Enemy horsemen are closing fast!
Hello, this is me, and that is an enemy currently flinging me through the air like I'm a toddler and he a 90-pound pitbull. Now you might be thinking, well, why didn't you defend yourself? And to be honest, I was too slow. Well, the plan was to build a wall which would easily stop the fiends so I could escape or deal with them another way. Sadly, I later found out that the wall doesn't work too well either, as you can see by the sticks that lie shattered on the ground like my hopes of having fun in this game. And as you can guess by this, horses are pretty fucking annoying. Now, you might care about horses or you might not. Matter it does not, since I have made it my solitary goal to rid this world of these overgrown long-legged rats. And today I will finally test my solution, aka funny ways to murder horses. The first thing I wanted to do is stop getting run over every 5 fucking seconds. I achieved this by turning the walls 45 degrees and making them pointy. This worked pretty well, not only stopping horses but also dealing damage and sometimes even killing them. Even though it was quite effective, it got boring pretty quickly, so I decided to look for more fun ways of defending myself. And as Clash of Clans once said, sometimes the best defense is a strong offense. And so the new plan was to, instead of trying to stop the horses, I would accelerate them with a catapult. And after trying for literal hours, because you wouldn't believe how hard it is to get a horse on a catapult, I finally figured out how. With just a ramp, a little bit of luck and a lot of glitchiness, I got the horse on. And now, time for launch. What the fuck? To say I was greatly disappointed is an understatement. It would have been the pinnacle of my achievements on this earth if I could have sent a horse flying back to the heavens. But for their many sins, not even the gods wanted these creatures. In my despair, an anger brewed in me, and that anger said, if you can't catapult them in the trash, turn them into ash. How? Easy, with these little balls of joy. They are firebombs, and it doesn't matter if you're hosting a barbecue or losing a war against trees that speak Vietnamese. They burn everything within a 30 feet radius. Okay, more like 5, but that won't matter to the horse that I just direct impacted with one of these bad boys. After messing up a few times, I got the hang of it. And now, watch this. Direct hit, nice. Rider burning, nice. Horse completely fine and very much not on fire. Fuck! As you can see, the riders catch on fire, but the horses seem to be just fine. Now we have established horses do not conform to the laws of physics because you cannot launch them, or the laws of thermodynamics as you cannot set them on fire. So maybe these creatures are so far advanced they can shift reality to whatever they want, and humans are merely a plaything for these half-god, half-ugly zebra beings. To prove that theory, here's a quick history lesson from my boy Carl. Carl? Holy shit, Carl, who did this to you? Oh, wait a minute. That's a pretty good idea. With New Hope, I got myself Big Pointy Stick ready to do some damage, but the horses are faster than me and Big Pointy Stick, so they just rode away. I didn't like that, so I started throwing Big Pointy Stick at them. That worked until they rode away with sticks stuck in their ribcage, leaving me stickless. I didn't like that. Then I got myself multiple smaller pointy sticks, which worked better but lacked the damage to actually kill. I didn't like that, so I put uglier pointy stick in big bow and started impaling horses and riders alike. And for those of you asking if I just killed a teammate, yes I did. And you are asking too many questions. Sorry. Back to the subject. They didn't like that, so they came, killed me and destroyed my big pointy stick launcher. I didn't like that. But couldn't you have just repaired the ballista every time it gets destroyed? You know what I hate just as much as horses? What? People who interrupt my story. At this point, I thought about giving up. I mean, nothing works. These monsters are immune to almost everything. Almost. See, sometimes you just have to fight fire with fire. But like metaphorically speaking, because... what I mean is, I didn't need to win. I just needed them to lose. And so it was blatantly clear what I had to do. I threw my honor and dignity away, got on a horse, and decimated. Sadly, this is where his story ends. He never got off the horse and just killed anyone. Horses, enemies, sometimes even teammates, and he lived happily ever after. And now we would get to the honorable mentions, of which the first would be targeting the horses constantly with a bow. But I found this article while looking for the stats of the bow. They state that there are a lot of great archer weapons and that they show some of them there. But no, that's the bow, the crossbow and the throwing axe. That's literally 3 of the 5 main archer weapons, missing only the javelin and the warbow. I mean, there's also melee weapons, but those are just secondaries every class can use. And also the throwing axe and javelin are just smaller variations of normal weapons, and calling that an archer weapon is already a stretch. So there's only really the bow, the warbow and the crossbow, with the warbow being a slower, stronger version of the bow. But the best part is the ranking. It starts off solid with the crossbow, the bow and the javelin, but in 4th place is the axe. An axe is not an archer weapon, it's just a weapon, but then it goes back and ranks the throwing axe behind the axe, and then the short sword, weird short sword and mace. So in conclusion, the best archer weapons are 4 melee weapons, 2 throwable melee weapons and 2 actual archer weapons. So fuck that rating, here's my take. First, warbow. Overall a good weapon. Second, crossbow. Again just good, maybe even 1st place. Third, normal bow. It's just slightly worse than the warbow. Fourth, the buildable spikes, because an archer can build those, so it's an archer weapon. 5, a severed head, because in this game you can decapitate people and throw their head, and because it's a throwable, it must be an archer weapon. 6, fucking bombs. On some maps you have to blow stuff up, and get this, everyone can do that, but that doesn't matter I guess. So terrorism? No, archery. Anyways, as you just saw, the normal bow kinda sucks, so I used the warbow to even stand a chance against the horses. And I won't lie, my aim was bad, but the strategy wouldn't have worked either way. Probably. Which is a tragedy, because the warbow is unlocked at archer level 18 and reaching that takes a while, especially as the archer, because you don't get a lot of kills, die very easily and are hated by everyone, including yourself. And that's it. I do have some more strategies, but they're just for fun and don't work against horses. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, if you like horses, I'm coming for you.